I'm going to present 13 topics or scenarios, and I would like for you to take a moment and see where you fit in these human behaviors or triggers. Let's talk about what most don't want to talk about. However, when these things do come up, it comes up from being provoked and angry, as they say, who pissed in your grits? Let's begin. 1. Putting a stumbling block in someone's way is a deliberate act of hindering their progress or success. It can take many forms, such as spreading rumors, sabotage, or simply not offering help when needed. There are several reasons why someone may choose to put a stumbling block in another person's way. One possible motivation is jealousy or envy. When someone sees another person succeeding or thriving, they may feel inadequate in comparison and try to bring them down to their level. This can manifest in subtle ways, such as undermining their achievements or spreading negative rumors about them. Another reason for putting a stumbling block in someone's way could be a desire for power or control. By hindering another person's progress, the individual may feel a sense of dominance or superiority. This can be particularly damaging in relationships or workplaces, where power dynamics are already at play. In some cases, putting a stumbling block in someone's way may be a form of retaliation or revenge. If the individual feels wronged or slighted by the other person, they may seek to get back at them by sabotaging their efforts or causing them harm. This can create a cycle of negativity and conflict that is difficult to break. Lastly, putting a stumbling block in someone's way could also be an expression of insecurity or low self-esteem. By bringing others down, the individual may feel a temporary boost in confidence or validation. However, this behavior is ultimately self-destructive and can have long-lasting consequences on their relationships and reputation. In conclusion, putting a stumbling block in someone's way is a harmful and destructive act that can have far-reaching consequences. It is important to recognize the motivations behind this behavior and work towards building a more positive and supportive environment for ourselves and others. Who pissed in your grits? 2. Choosing to engage in unprotected sex, despite knowing the potential consequences, is a risky and potentially harmful decision. There are several reasons why someone may lay down for unprotected sex, even when they are aware of the potential pain and risks involved. One possible reason is a lack of education or awareness about safe sex practices. In some cases, individuals may not have access to comprehensive sex education or may have received misinformation about contraception and protection. This can lead to a lack of understanding about the risks of unprotected sex and a false sense of security. Another reason for engaging in unprotected sex could be a lack of communication or trust in the relationship. When there is a breakdown in communication between partners, it can be difficult to discuss and negotiate safe sex practices. This can lead to situations where unprotected sex occurs without either party fully understanding the risks involved. Additionally, some individuals may engage in unprotected sex as a result of peer pressure or social norms. In some cultures or social circles, there may be a stigma attached to using protection or a belief that contraception is unnecessary. This can create a false sense of security and lead to risky behavior. Furthermore, some individuals may engage in unprotected sex as a way to seek intimacy or validation. By foregoing protection, they may believe that they are deepening their emotional connection with their partner or proving their trust and commitment. However, this can lead to harmful consequences, both physically and emotionally. In conclusion, engaging in unprotected sex is a risky behavior that can have serious consequences. It is important to prioritize communication, education, and consent in sexual relationships to ensure the safety and well-being of all parties involved. Who pissed in your grits? 3. The phrase, "she hot in the tail, stop being fast," is a cautionary warning often used by older generations to advise against engaging in risky or impulsive behavior. This can apply to a variety of situations, from relationships to career decisions. There are several reasons why someone may be characterized as hot in the tail, or acting in a reckless and hasty manner. One possible reason is a lack of self-control or impulsivity. Some individuals may struggle with regulating their emotions or impulses, leading them to make quick decisions without fully considering the consequences. This can result in actions that are harmful or self-destructive. Another reason for being hot in the tail could be a desire for instant gratification or thrill-seeking behavior. By seeking excitement or pleasure in the moment, the individual may ignore the long-term consequences of their actions. This can lead to a pattern of impulsive behavior that is difficult to break. Additionally, some individuals may be motivated by peer pressure or social influence to act in a fast and reckless manner. When surrounded by a group that encourages risky behavior, it can be difficult to resist the temptation to join in. This can result in actions that are out of character or harmful to oneself and others. Furthermore, being hot in the tail may also be a coping mechanism for underlying emotional issues or trauma. By engaging in impulsive behavior, the individual may temporarily alleviate feelings of distress or numbness. However, this can create a cycle of self-destructive behavior that is difficult to break. In conclusion, being hot in the tail is a warning sign of impulsive and risky behavior that can have serious consequences. It is important to recognize the motivations behind this behavior and work towards building healthier coping mechanisms and decision-making skills. Who pissed in your grits? 4. Not everyone is suited for settling down and committing to a long-term relationship. There are several reasons why someone may resist the idea of settling down and view it as incompatible with their lifestyle or goals. One possible reason is a fear of commitment or intimacy. For some individuals, the idea of being tied down to one person or relationship can be daunting and suffocating. This fear may stem from past experiences of betrayal, abandonment, or loss, making it difficult to trust and open up to others. Another reason for resisting settling down could be a desire for independence or freedom. Some individuals may prioritize their autonomy and flexibility over the stability and security of a committed relationship. This can lead to a reluctance to make long-term plans or sacrifices for the sake of a partnership. Additionally, some individuals may resist settling down as a result of unresolved personal issues or emotional baggage. When there are underlying issues or trauma that have not been addressed, it can be difficult to fully engage in a relationship and provide the emotional support and connection that a partner may need. This can create a barrier to intimacy and vulnerability. Furthermore, some individuals may resist settling down as a result of societal expectations or pressures. In some cultures or communities, there may be a stigma attached to being single or unmarried, leading individuals to resist settling down out of rebellion or defiance. This can create a sense of isolation or alienation from others. In conclusion, resisting settling down is a valid choice for some individuals who prioritize autonomy and independence. It is important to understand the motivations behind this decision and communicate openly with partners about expectations and boundaries in relationships. Who pissed in your grits? 5. The desire to know what someone is working with can stem from a variety of motivations, ranging from curiosity to insecurity. There are several reasons why someone may want to explore and understand the assets or qualities of another person. One possible reason is a desire for validation or reassurance. By seeking out information about someone's capabilities or attributes, the individual may be seeking validation for their own self-worth or attractiveness. This can manifest in subtle ways, such as asking for compliments or seeking reassurance from others. Another reason for wanting to know what someone is working with could be a desire for comparison or competition. In a culture that values achievements and success, individuals may feel pressure to measure up to others and compete for recognition or status. This can create a sense of insecurity or inadequacy when faced with someone who appears more accomplished or talented. Additionally, some individuals may want to know what someone is working with as a way to gain insight into their personality or character. By observing how someone handles challenges or tasks, the individual may be able to gauge their strengths and weaknesses, as well as their values and priorities. This can inform future interactions and relationships. Furthermore, some individuals may want to know what someone is working with as a way to build rapport or connections. By showing interest in another person's skills or talents, the individual may be able to establish common ground and foster a sense of camaraderie. This can create opportunities for collaboration and relationship building. In conclusion, wanting to know what someone is working with can be a natural and healthy curiosity that helps individuals understand each other better. It is important to approach this inquiry with respect and empathy, focusing on building genuine connections and mutual understanding. Who pissed in your grits? 6. The concept of the same devil different mask refers to the idea that people can have similar negative traits or behaviors, even if they present themselves differently on the surface. There are several reasons why someone may exhibit toxic behavior or deceive others with a false facade. One possible reason is a lack of authenticity or self-awareness. When individuals are disconnected from their true selves or values, they may resort to wearing a mask or adopting a persona that is more socially acceptable or desirable. This can create a sense of dissonance and conflict within oneself, leading to harmful behavior towards others. Another reason for exhibiting toxic behavior could be a lack of empathy or emotional intelligence. Some individuals may struggle to understand or regulate their emotions, leading to impulsive or hurtful actions towards others. This can create a cycle of negative interactions and conflicts that are difficult to break. Additionally, some individuals may exhibit toxic behavior as a result of past trauma or unresolved issues. When there are underlying wounds that have not been addressed or healed, it can be difficult to engage in healthy and constructive relationships with others. This can perpetuate harmful patterns of behavior and communication. Furthermore, some individuals may adopt a false facade as a defense mechanism or coping strategy. By presenting a polished or idealized version of themselves to the world, they may be seeking validation or protection from rejection. However, this can lead to feelings of isolation and disconnection from others. In conclusion, the concept of the same devil different mask highlights the complexity of human behavior and the importance of authenticity and self-awareness in relationships. It is important to recognize and address the root causes of toxic behavior to create more respectful and supportive interactions with others. Who pissed in your grits? 7. Asking questions for the sake of being toxic or stirring up drama is a harmful and unproductive behavior that can damage relationships and create unnecessary conflict. There are several reasons why someone may ask questions in a toxic or manipulative manner. One possible reason is a desire for control or power. When individuals feel insecure or threatened, they may resort to asking loaded questions or making accusations to assert dominance or undermine others. This can create a toxic dynamic of manipulation and gaslighting. Another reason for asking toxic questions could be a lack of communication skills or emotional intelligence. Some individuals may struggle to express their thoughts and feelings in a healthy and constructive way, leading them to resort to passive-aggressive or aggressive questioning tactics. This can create tension and hostility in relationships. Additionally, some individuals may ask toxic questions as a way to seek attention or validation. By creating drama or conflict through their questions, they may be seeking reassurance or affirmation from others. However, this behavior is ultimately self-destructive and can erode trust and respect. Furthermore, some individuals may ask toxic questions as a way to deflect or avoid accountability. When faced with criticism or feedback, they may respond with counter-accusations or deflection, creating a cycle of blame and defensiveness. This can prevent meaningful dialogue and resolution. In conclusion, asking toxic questions is a damaging behavior that can create rifts in relationships and perpetuate negative patterns of communication. It is important to approach conversations with empathy and honesty, focusing on building understanding and trust with others. Who pissed in your grits? 8. Bringing up a topic without seeking a solution or resolution can be a frustrating and unproductive communication strategy that can create unnecessary conflict and tension. There are several reasons why someone may bring up a topic without actively seeking to address it or find a solution. One possible reason is a desire for attention or validation. Some individuals may use topics of discussion as a way to seek reassurance or affirmation from others, without actually intending to resolve the underlying issue. This can create a cycle of unhealthy communication patterns and unmet needs. Another reason for bringing up a topic without seeking a solution could be a lack of conflict resolution skills or emotional intelligence. When individuals feel overwhelmed or unsure of how to address a problem, they may resort to passive-aggressive or indirect communication tactics, such as bringing up the issue without actively seeking resolution. This can create confusion and frustration for all parties involved. Additionally, some individuals may bring up a topic without seeking a solution as a way to deflect or avoid accountability. By shifting the conversation away from the issue at hand, they may be seeking to protect themselves from criticism or confrontation. However, this behavior ultimately prevents meaningful dialogue and resolution. Furthermore, some individuals may bring up a topic without seeking a solution as a way to manipulate or control the conversation. By keeping others on edge or uncertain about the outcome, they may be seeking to assert dominance or undermine others. This can create a toxic and unproductive dynamic. In conclusion, bringing up a topic without seeking a solution is a harmful communication strategy that can create tension and conflict in relationships. It is important to approach discussions with openness and a willingness to work towards resolution and understanding with others. Who pissed in your grits? 9. Looking good to some people but not to all can be a source of insecurity or validation-seeking behavior for some individuals. There are several reasons why someone may strive to appear attractive or desirable to certain people, while remaining indifferent to others' opinions. One possible reason is a desire for validation or approval. Some individuals may base their self-worth or confidence on external validation from others, leading them to seek out positive attention or compliments from a select group of individuals. This can create an unhealthy dependence on others' opinions for self-esteem. Another reason for wanting to look good to some people but not to all could be a desire for control or power. By strategically presenting oneself in a certain way to specific individuals, the individual may be seeking to manipulate or influence their perception of them. This can create a sense of control or superiority in relationships. Additionally, some individuals may want to look good to some people but not to all as a way to maintain a sense of mystery or allure. By withholding certain aspects of themselves from public view, they may be able to create intrigue or interest in a select group of individuals. This can create a sense of exclusivity or intimacy. Furthermore, some individuals may want to look good to some people but not to all as a way to protect themselves from criticism or judgment. By curating their image or persona for a specific audience, they may be able to shield themselves from negative feedback or scrutiny. This can create a sense of safety or security. In conclusion, wanting to look good to some people but not to all is a complex and nuanced behavior that reflects underlying insecurities or desires for control and validation. It is important to prioritize authenticity and self-acceptance in relationships with others, rather than seeking external validation or approval. Who pissed in your grits? 10. Excusing oneself before expressing a potentially controversial or confrontational opinion can be a way to preemptively diffuse conflict or manage expectations. There are several reasons why someone may choose to excuse themselves before expressing an opinion that may be met with resistance or disagreement. One possible reason is a desire to maintain harmony or avoid conflict in relationships. By acknowledging the potential impact of their opinion on others and excusing themselves from the conversation, the individual may be seeking to prevent escalation or misunderstandings. This can create a sense of respect and consideration for others' feelings. Another reason for excusing oneself before expressing an opinion could be a lack of confidence or fear of rejection. When individuals are unsure of how their opinion will be received, they may use excuses as a way to cushion the blow or protect themselves from criticism. This can create a barrier to honest and open communication. Additionally, some individuals may excuse themselves before expressing an opinion as a way to manage expectations or set boundaries. By being transparent about the potential impact of their words, they may be able to establish clear communication norms and mutual understanding with others. This can create a sense of trust and respect. Furthermore, some individuals may excuse themselves before expressing an opinion as a way to assert control or authority in the conversation. By framing their words as a courtesy or disclaimer, they may be seeking to position themselves as the authoritative voice in the discussion. This can create a power dynamic that influences the outcome of the conversation. In conclusion, excusing oneself before expressing an opinion is a strategic communication tactic that can signal respect, consideration, or assertiveness in relationships. It is important to be mindful of the motivations behind this behavior and strive for open and honest dialogue with others. Who pissed in your grits? 11. Declaring that someone is not my type at all can be a way to establish boundaries or communicate personal preferences in relationships. There are several reasons why someone may assert that a particular individual is not their type, despite their physical or personal attributes. One possible reason is a desire for authenticity and alignment in relationships. When individuals recognize that someone does not meet their criteria for a potential partner or friend, they may choose to assert their boundaries and communicate their preferences clearly. This can create a sense of self-awareness and self-respect. Another reason for declaring someone as not my type at all could be a way to manage expectations or avoid misunderstandings. By preemptively stating that someone does not align with their preferences, the individual may be seeking to prevent confusion or false assumptions about their intentions. This can create a clear and honest dynamic in relationships. Additionally, some individuals may assert that someone is not their type as a way to protect themselves from potential harm or disappointment. When individuals recognize that a relationship has the potential to be harmful or unfulfilling, they may choose to distance themselves and assert their boundaries. This can create a sense of self-preservation and respect. Furthermore, declaring someone as not my type at all may also be a way to assert independence or autonomy in relationships. By refusing to conform to others' expectations or desires, the individual may be seeking to prioritize their own needs and values. This can create a sense of empowerment and self-determination. In conclusion, declaring someone as not my type at all is a valid and healthy way to assert personal boundaries and communicate preferences in relationships. It is important to be clear and respectful in these assertions, focusing on building relationships that are grounded in mutual understanding and respect. Who pissed in your grits? 12. Avoiding drama and subtle flirting can be a way to prioritize clear communication and respect in relationships. There are several reasons why someone may choose to miss out on drama and flirting, despite their potential appeal. One possible reason is a desire for authenticity and transparency in relationships. When individuals recognize that drama and subtle flirting can create misunderstandings or conflict, they may choose to avoid these behaviors and focus on open and honest communication. This can create a sense of trust and respect in relationships. Another reason for avoiding drama and subtle flirting could be a way to protect oneself from emotional harm or manipulation. When individuals recognize that these behaviors can be emotionally draining or manipulative, they may choose to distance themselves and assert their boundaries. This can create a sense of self-preservation and empowerment. Additionally, some individuals may avoid drama and subtle flirting as a way to prioritize their own emotional well-being and stability. By recognizing that these behaviors can be destabilizing or harmful, they may choose to focus on building healthy and supportive relationships that are grounded in mutual respect and understanding. This can create a sense of security and fulfillment. Furthermore, avoiding drama and subtle flirting may also be a way to assert independence and self-respect in relationships. By refusing to engage in behaviors that do not align with their values or priorities, the individual may be asserting their boundaries and autonomy. This can create a sense of self-assurance and self-determination. In conclusion, avoiding drama and subtle flirting is a strategic and healthy way to prioritize clear communication and respect in relationships. It is important to be mindful of the motivations behind this behavior and work towards building relationships that are based on honesty and mutual understanding. Who pissed in your grits? 13. The commandment, "Thou shalt not kill," is a fundamental ethical principle that prohibits the taking of human life. However, in the context of the statement, "But in the ring it's, Ali Bomaye," there is a suggestion of violence and aggression that is sanctioned or justified within certain contexts, meaning you have to fight and endure to the end, if you want to win. I'll pass on the grits. 10 down WJ, where creativity meets impact. 10 down WJ, ENT